was not an issue tonight. He played well. What do you make of this scene right here? Wemby is the face of the league, and our boy Max did his thing again tonight.
They're close friends, and it's always so cool to see them obviously have those interactions, but be such competitors on the floor. Like even tonight, those two going at it is so fun. But for Max to have the big game that he did have, he had a big third quarter, 16 of his points in that third quarter. It was super impressive, Kyle. I'm excited to talk more about Max because he was the bright light of tonight.
Yeah, we'll talk about him, a career night coming up in just a. I'm looking at that note at the bottom. Largest lead, San Antonio, 38. The Kings never led in this game.
Yeah.
Never led.
No, it was, I mean, okay, how about this? We saw from the start of the game, it was Victor Wembanyama throwing it down.
Yeah, right.
And then to start the second half, Victor Wembanyama throwing it down.
Yeah.
And it was a little depressing not seeing any type of mental effort adjusted at the half. I thought the second group of guys that went in later on did a better job, but at the same time, it just wasn't a big enough effort from everyone on the Kings.
Yeah, let's talk about some of the defensive numbers. You know, I'm looking at it right here. Spurs scored 39 in the first, 39 in the second. You see the points in the paint. They dominated the net. They shot the three well. They got whatever they wanted tonight, Morgan.
That's exactly what it was. And it's just the Kings' pressure, their defense altogether, it was so bad. I mean, the second line of defense wasn't there. There was times where they were just too worried about Victor Wembanyama, and then they weren't doing a good job of defending the three, and that was really tough to see. There's just too many assignments that weren't good. Oh, look at that. Producer Nick showing up.
Yeah. Just the sixth time since 97 that a team had 27-plus assists in a half for the game. The Spurs let their foot off the gas in the second half. They only had 14 assists in the second half, but still 41 assists for the game. They broke the defense apart.
And they were so efficient with it. I mean, it goes back to even our conversation, Kyle, in the pregame about what type of team this is in the West, because that was with their bench. That was with their depth.
Yeah.
I mean, it is crazy that they have that next man up mentality. I know it was against the Sacramento Kings, but we've seen the Kings do this against some good teams around the league and make them just kind of think.
Yeah.
There was no thinking for the Spurs. They were just all in one motion all night long.
And the crazy thing is, they were the team that played last night. They had a tough, hard-fought game. They lost against the Clippers last night. They look like the faster, more aggressive team out here tonight.
Yeah, they really did. And that is tough to see, especially since they're on the road. It's second night of a back-to-back for them. And they looked locked in and ready to go. I was, again, just hoping that the Kings could find a way to make them feel uncomfortable in that second half. That's what I didn't get, Kyle. I was like, okay, sure, you're down by 100 points, whatever it was after the first half. What can you do differently, even if it's not necessarily what you do on a night-to-night basis from a basketball fundamental standpoint?
Yeah.
Just do the other things. Push somebody. You know, I mean, I know that's what you're doing when you're at Lifetime.
Hey, I tell you what. I may be nice and warm and fuzzy off the floor, but in between those lines, we fighting to the death. And I would have loved to see that tonight from our Sacramento Kings. Let's talk about Victor Wembanyama. Did he only play 22 minutes tonight?
That's all they needed him to play.
Oh, my gosh.
And he was still so efficient, Kyle.
Yeah. What do you make of Wemby? I mean, we saw that a few times.
It was crazy. I mean, it's obviously so fun to watch him in person. It's just not fun when you're watching him go against the team that you root for, the team that you cover. He was only 2 of 7 from three-point land. He had some good looks from three, just couldn't knock them down. And that's something, obviously, he's been working on this season, is not shooting as many threes, but in those 22 minutes to still have those 8 boards, to have the big 18 points. I mean, yeah, I still expect a big game out of Victor Wembanyama. It was just tough to see everyone else beat you the way that they did.
What did you make of the Wemby impact on the Kings offense? Because I look at 22-25. How do you feel like, was he a factor defensively against our offense, do you think? Did you see any of that at all?
Yeah, his presence alone.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you shove a 7-footer in there and usually it can do something. But then when it's Victor Wembanyama, he just has so much love and passion and pride for this game that it doesn't matter it's the second night of a back-to-back. It doesn't matter it's against a bad team. He's going to show it all out there, and that's exactly what he was doing, even if he wasn't blocking every single shot out there.
All right, so the Kings fall 132-104. Max Reynaud did have a career-high 32 points to go along with 9 rebounds. He's speaking right now after the game.
Max, we saw you spend a nice moment there with Wemby at the end.
We talk to each other since we don't really live next door from each other. But, yeah, took some time with him.
Max, I know the score's lopsided, but you did have a career-high 32 tonight. Just how motivated were you playing against Victor, and what went into that tonight?
Well, I think you're always motivated to play against one of the best teams in the NBA. I believe they're like second and third in the league right now. So you want to bring your A game for that. And then obviously, personally, when you play against one of your friends, you always want to trash talk a little bit and give it an extra effort. But yeah, it kind of went my way today individually. But clearly have to find ways to impact the game a little bit more and help the team come out with, a win or at least a close score.
Russ moved up to number 5 on the all-time list for assists tonight. Just, as someone who's new to the league, to think about the longevity, the accomplishments, like how extraordinary is that to see him achieve a feat like that?
It takes so many things to do it. Obviously, talent, longevity, hard work, the fact that he's been consistent with it throughout his entire career, and given how good of a scorer and a rebounder he is as well for his position, it's unbelievable that he's still able to pass that level. And I've said it multiple times, but he's someone I really look up to. He's an amazing human being, one of the best vet I can ever hope for, and really he's earned everything he's got. He's worked for it. He's fought for it. For him, that's a night I hope he'll remember.
Man, that's some strong words right there from Max Reynaud talking about Russell Westbrook. Let's talk about Max's career night, Morgan. 32 points, 9 rebounds, 22 in the second half.
What a big game from Maxime Reynaud, and that's exactly what you want to see. And you see Russ obviously setting him up on so many different plays from the inside out. And I thought Max did a great job of stretching the floor, knocking down a couple of threes tonight. And that's exactly what he wants to keep developing in his game. And so these are the things that he needs to keep doing down the stretch of this season. Work on the things that you just want to get better and better at, so then it makes coaches and it makes teams have to play you.
Yeah. Quiet scoring night for Russ tonight. Only 5 points, did have the 10 assists. That's what's most important because he moves up the all-time scoring list as we check out Xfinity Play Smart. He passed Mark Jackson tonight. He passes Steve Nash tonight. What about Russ accomplishing this feat? Number 5 all-time in assists.
It's so impressive. I mean, what he's been able to do, and especially with this Kings team. He's playing with a whole bunch of young guys where I don't know if you know this breaking news, you have to make the shot for the guy to get to the assist, right? And so Russ has done such a good job of getting people more open looks, making everyone a little bit better. Obviously, you see there him just attacking the rim as well, but he is finding the open man. That pass alone, his vision is incredible. We already knew that, but I feel like he is demanding everyone to move and stay active on the offensive end. And by